Thanks a lot. Thank you. All right, it's damn hot here today, right? Let's start with a little video. If there are any Beatles fans, you might just like it. So today we will talk a lot about connected VR, right? We're talking about consumers, we're talking about marketing, we're talking about commerce, especially commerce, because that's my area of forte. Introducing myself, I work with Mars Snacking in the global digital commerce team. And a little bit about me, I spent close to 2 decades in CPG industry, a long time with Diageo, and currently with Mars Snacking business. And as a passion, I also help Dogs Trust as a trustee, helping in their digital transformation and growing the organization. Let's go back to where all this started, right? Couple of decades back. There was probably nothing called digital marketing. If any one of you were here 20 years back, digital marketing was just coming up slowly, and that kept rising up. Then what happened is traditional marketing and digital marketing started coming closer. And slowly what happened is that gap became almost, they became equal. And also what happened is then other channels of marketing also started coming in. And hence what it meant is that we had a steady stream of multiple marketing channels that were working together. And that's the era we live in at the moment, right? And let's look at the shoppers, right? We used to say shoppers shop online. Of course, shoppers always shopped offline. And then what happened? That shoppers shopping online and offline started coming together, right? And when that happened, also what happened is that you could reach consumers anywhere and started making an ecosystem out of it as well. And let's talk about consumers, right? Consumers' attention. We were told for last 15, 20 years that consumers' attention has become like a goldfish, that in 5 seconds we literally forget everything, right? And hence that was the era of the push marketing. And then what came in was the pull marketing, where all of us are on a mobile and probably we run a marathon on our thumb every month. And hence that's what changed a lot of things that's happening today in marketing as well, right? And I'll talk about two of these concepts. First is the relatability that came with user-generated content. Second is about AI search, which is really important, and we'll focus a lot of time today on that. And then, of course, I wanted to add about quick commerce, which is how when you take decision, the product comes to you in next 7 to 15 minutes. However, I didn't have enough time to cover that today, but I can share those slides later with you. Let's start with user-generated content, right?
Oh my god！这是美宝莲所有的角色口红，完全不会拔干的哑光604号色，一年四季都可以驾驭的颜色。
If anyone didn't know, he's called the lipstick king, and he's truly the king because he could sell in a single day lipsticks worth 1.8 billion. I think he tried some 270, if I'm not wrong, lipstick in that live session.
Selena Gomez, we need to talk because this may just be the most iconic launch in rare beauty history.
Will Selena Gomez talk to her? Probably yes, because she sells worth millions every year as well.
It comes in 3 different flavors: original, almond, and my favorite, crunch. The best part is all our bars are made with simple, high-quality ingredients.
That's Mr. Beast, if any one of you knew. Can we imagine that's a chocolate brand which is valued at around $5 billion? Making a billionaire brand means a lot and very difficult. But that's how things are changing, right? When it started, influencer, user-generated marketing was all about marketing channels. We had influencers, we had nano-influencers, and of course, we had everyday influencers like people like us. We review things, we comment about things, right? But what changed is that became a sales channel as well. The big influencers became private labels, the nano-influencers became mini retailers, and of course, affiliate marketing became a big thing as well. And hence, that's how it came about. And what's driving that is because people spend more time on UGC, user-generated content. If we look at traditional marketing, this is how it works, right? We surface an ad, organic or inorganic. Many a times there is no action, call to action. Probably sometimes there isn't call to action. However, in user-generated content, everything always has an action. And it doesn't work that linearly as well. People look at user-generated content, they look for connectivity, and they look with your credibility, with your marketing campaigns, and hence then they take decision. And hence it's quite messy, but it's all getting connected together as well. Talking about social commerce, there are a lot of big things. Who would have thought that, ByteDance, TikTok, is one of the largest retailer online currently in the world? That sounds ridiculous around 5 years back, but that's the truth, right? But we don't know how it's going to go. Because the big thing that, their assortment is much lesser. They sell very few niche products. Will they ever go and sell everything, online? Fulfillment is also a big question. And then, of course, another way to look at it is social commerce a part of your overall marketing campaign? It doesn't matter if it sells here or not, but it's connected to your overall sales as well. Then looking at AI search, AEO, GEO, agentic commerce. There are so many names at the moment. Every day there's a new one that pops up, right? We will know finally what's it called, but let's flow with it. First and foremost, I wanted to talk about how I got my walking pad. Does anyone know what's a walking pad here? A lot of people know. That's impressive. I didn't know about it. I literally went to ChatGPT and said that I have a very, very desk job. I need to get my steps in. What do I do? It started giving me a lot of suggestions, and then it landed me think about a walking pad, and that got me curious. And then when I read more about it and I asked more about it, what it started doing is building credibility as well. And hence, it got websites which could actually build the credibility. And then guess what? It again took me back to Amazon. And hence what I started with ChatGPT actually ended with Amazon. And I have the walking pad and I clock some good good steps every week these days. But that's probably what all of us do, right? In today's world, this is nothing new. We all work on ChatGPT or other LLMs quite often, and then we don't even know how we landed on another place, and that's how connected things are getting. And in this discovery land, what's happening, right? 5 years back, if you had to find something, you went to Google and that's it. Today that's changing. LLMs are in. They're not only taking a pie of that, but they're increasing that entire pie as well. And also then what happens? Let's look at it, how much of that is shopping. That's a significant number as well. And then we look at hardcore retailers, what's happening. For retailers as well, it's becoming a very integral part. And hence what's happening is that AI is not a theory in search or discovery, it is becoming a reality as we talk. And of course, this is a year-old slide. Then it was a theory, but today I think all of us know about it, is that, AI search helps you with discovery, consideration, and purchase all throughout in the journey. And I think this is the most blissful thing, is that this is killing the silos. A year back, we would have been speaking about Google to a different person, Amazon ads to a different person, but that doesn't work any longer because all these are coming together and you need to win across and connect these together because each of them influence each other mutually as well. And the shelf, right? Traditionally, the shelf was said limited. Then we were told, in the digital commerce world, your shelf is unlimited. Then we realized, hang on, you need to be on the first page, otherwise it doesn't matter. And then again, we said you need to be on the first page. Then with AI coming in, it became the first 4 or 5. And now as the concept of agentic comes in, it probably is one which I'm finding difficult to absorb, but that's coming very soon as well, right? Where your agents is recommending you what to do. And why is this happening? Let's look at what we do, right? Before AI discoveries era, we used to search in an average 3 characters, right? You'll ask the system, it'll predict and tell you 3 characters and you get an answer, right? So it was quite a bit of, you've got a bit of information, then you need to do the hard work. today in an average, we are seeing people are using 15 to 30 characters in any AI search. When you're using 15 to 30 characters, what that means, you're more committed. You're telling the system much more. It's actually making you work harder, right? But hence you're more committed, you stay with that journey, and then your chances of conversion is much higher. And then the third thing that's coming is voice, right? This is again not a theory. Every LLM tool or retailer website now has a voice option as well. And what happens when voice comes in? We all are very chatty. We really like talking. This 15 to 30 becomes 300 or more actually, because you start having a conversation with it, and hence it recommends back to you things, and hence you land up spending a lot of time with it, and hence you get the outcome that you need. And we don't stop there, right? Once you found out the product and you land up, let's say, on an Amazon website, the next thing is you got an AI assistant with you. It stays with you in the journey, right? It keeps asking you or telling you things that you need to know. And hence, that conversation with AI continues there. This side, you will see some of the queries that we see. And it's but obvious that, people are looking in AI assistants very, very functional things. That is it good for their health? Does it fit their requirement? And hence that journey continues right till the checkout. And of course, it gets confusing, right? There are too many touch points now, but let's simplify it. Whatever terminology works for you. First and foremost is, how we used to search, right? That remains same. We will continue searching. If someone says SEO and search bars is dead, that's not going to happen, right? What's coming in is answering engine optimization. Answering engines are helping you in that journey, right? And of course, then you have the superpower today when you walk into a generative engine LLM and you ask it, and it's all of a sudden become your assistant and helping you through the journey as well, right? So that's going to evolve further. We will not remain here. This is going to change as well. But very important to see before we get nervous, what does this mean for us, right? First, it's very important to see what has changed and what's not. If you are a marketer and focusing more on let's say on your website or in digital commerce, first see the things which have not changed, but probably just evolved a bit, right? And that's why, as you see the example here, if people are searching about baking, you need to talk about baking in your titles, in your description. You need to influence your reviews to see that how we can talk about baking as well, right? So those things are not changing. They always were there. It's just that we have to talk in greater depth, understand what people are searching, and hence implement it as well. The second is the things which are new in the world, right? And probably I would say it's not new. Citation, if anyone has done SEO, is what backlinks used to be in past, right? But citations help tell the LLM get their trust signals to say that, is this product really trustable or not? And hence, these are the places you need to win. And by the way, these places will not be as we knew traditional PR. These are evolving as well. Like Amazon takes this is a site called findthebest.com. I had never heard about it, but Amazon seems to love this, to get all their citations. And of course, the next thing is, how do we do this? The first thing is, if you have to win in AI, let's use AI to win on AI, right? Why do make it difficult for us? AI can today help you to ensure that, you understand consumer insight, what conversations are happening, what prompts are coming in. It helps you to distill and synthesize it, and hence you know the job to be done. And the next thing is job to be done. Very often we know it, but how do you do it? And I think that's where AI again comes in, where you are able to use AI capabilities so that the system itself tells you what needs to be done and it optimizes, and then finally you need to give the final nod to say this is good and you go ahead, right? Then let's look at some of the trends, right? Agentic commerce was a theory. 3 months back, I would have laughed on it. Today, I won't. Because if you see only your Amazon itself, today Amazon has memory. You can tell Amazon what your health requirement, dietary requirements are, what you prefer, what you don't prefer. In fact, as Amazon integrates to Alexa, you can set up different profile for yourself, your partner, your kids, and hence Amazon's Alexa starts understanding when you speak to it, whom is it talking to. Right, so agentic is there. Similarly, price, it's made me super smart. Today, when I see a Prime Day deal, first I look at, is it really cheap? Because you can do that on Amazon Alexa at the moment. The other thing is technology is getting democratized. Amazon has built amazing agentic capability and it's selling it now to anyone and everyone who can buy it, that stack. What does that mean? This will not remain with few big retailer, few big brands. This will go much further. And hence, this is where it's going to get much more democratized. And talking about agent take, let's look at this video.
Go, I'm running late. I need my go-to breakfast.
Got you, Sarah. I have your energy drink, protein bar, and banana ready.
Sarah doesn't search, scroll, and waste time building a cart.
That's perfect. Send it to my office.
By the time she's at her first meeting,
That'll be ready in 15 minutes.
breakfast is already at her desk. Go understands your environment, your local weather, the game tonight, what's trending where you live. We co-developed a custom image experience that turns those signals into a moment made for you.
It's 65 and sunny. Barbecue?
Yeah, now we're talking.
And this is not far, right? Because I think GoPuff is already launching it as we talk. And what is this doing is that AI is taking every piece of data, making it more relevant for you, and hence it's giving you what you should be doing. And all of a sudden, that seems like the most obvious thing to do, right? Another very big thing, there were a lot of tools that were around, but all these are coming together. That eventually has to happen. And hence what's coming is the connected ecosystems. Google announced their universal cart. What basically it means is that wherever you are interacting with Google, let it be on emails, let it be on maps, let it be on YouTube, let it be on documents, it picks up those data signals, can recommend you things, and you're literally shopping all the time. And hence probably you will shop a little more, if not a lot more. Similarly, you will see in Amazon as well. Amazon, a month back, renamed its AI Rufus to Alexa, which was someday had to happen. But what does that mean is that today they will integrate it much stronger to the voice channels. And hence probably if you're shopping on Amazon, if you're watching something on Fire TV, or you got Alexa sitting in your living room, you are again shopping all the time. And hence these ecosystems are coming together, and hence we need to see how do we make the most of it by reaching consumer organically and inorganically and converting them throughout, right? That should be lovely. But end of the day, a lot of people say agent take, and the first image we think is a robot, very scary, but let's get real. There might be multiple audiences, but there's only one shopper, that is you, right? What do you need to optimize today? Unfortunately, that we found it challenging to only optimize it for consumers. But today what's happening is that you have to optimize for shoppers, their assistants, and eventually as agents come in, you need to be ready for the machine as well. And hence, that's the big challenge. But probably if you see the job to be done are very similar, here as well. And I really like this quote that Kantar had, is that your next billionaire brand will be the one that wins with shopper and their machines, both. So I think that's the place to look out for how we win here. So what's happening here is everything is evolving quite a bit, right? We had publishers, they want to become now retailers as well, or influence as far as they can. You had retailers, they are becoming now publishers as well, because of course they also want the media pie out of it, right? You have newbies, like TikTok is a newbie, let's face it, it's not even 10 years old, right? TikTok is going all the way, all of a sudden, which no one else was able to do, right? And then you have some other challenges like Temu. Temu can literally decide what fashion is in today's world with a lot of youngsters, right? And it goes all the way from here as well, if you look at it. And then you have LLMs coming, which is figuring it out. How do we reach consumer? Where should we stop? Like ChatGPT had, already launched shopping, then they pulled it back, and they will evolve with that. And hence what's happening is, we were talking about commerce, but think about it, take a step back and understand that how every different marketing channel is coming together as well, and what role will it play as well. And hence what will happen is that, you will do more together, and hence you'll be stronger together. Thank you, everyone.